Hey, love. Welcome back to Hearth and Moon, Witchy Momcast. I'm your host, Luna Mystic. I want to start today by saying something that so many mothers are afraid to admit out loud. You can love your children deeply and still miss who you were. If episode 1 cracks something open for you, if it stirred emotion, tenderness, or a quiet ache, this episode is here to hold that gently. Today we're talking about the identity shift of motherhood, the grief that comes with it, the confusion, the longing, and the truth that losing parts of yourself doesn't mean you've failed, it means you've been transformed. There's nothing wrong with you feeling this way. Let's talk about it. Motherhood changes you, not just your schedule or your body, but your inner world. And yet, so many women are told that if they feel sadness, disorientation, or the loss around their identity, it means something is wrong. We're taught to be grateful, to focus on the blessing, to silence anything that feels like grief. But grief doesn't mean regret. Grief means something mattered. You may grieve the version of you who moved freely, the witch who had hours for ritual and reflection, the woman who knew herself clearly, the person who wasn't constantly needed. That grief is not selfish, it's human. And when we don't name it, it doesn't disappear. It just settles into the body as tension, resentment, or numbness. Here, we name it with compassion. In many ancient traditions, initiation required loss, a crossing, a shedding of what once was. Motherhood is one of the most profound initiations a person can experience, and yet we're rarely given language for it. You didn't lose yourself because you failed to hold on. You lost pieces of who you were because you crossed the threshold. The woman you were before motherhood was real. She mattered. She still matters. And the woman you are now is not less magical. She's deeper. Initiation doesn't return you to who you were. It changes you. And grief is part of that sacred process. This isn't a ritual. There's nothing you need to do perfectly. This is simply an invitation to reflect now or later with honesty and kindness. You might place a hand on your heart or your belly as you listen. Ask yourself, who was I before motherhood that I still love? What qualities did she carry? Creativity, curiosity, sensuality, independence that still lives inside me, even quietly. Who am I becoming now? Not who am I supposed to be, but who feels true, even if unfamiliar. You don't need answers. Let the questions breathe. Integration happens slowly. So many mothers feel pressure to find themselves again, but you're not meant to go backward. You are meant to integrate forward. The goal is not to erase motherhood to reclaim your magic. The goal is to let your magic evolve. You're allowed to mourn who you are. You're allowed to honor who you are. And you're allowed to trust who you're becoming, even if she doesn't have a clear shape yet. You are not broken. You are in transition. And transition is sacred. Thank you for letting me sit with you in this tenderness today. If this episode made you feel seen, even a little, know that you are not alone. There is space for all of you. Until next time, bless your bones, soothe your spirit, and remember, you are still magic, even during your transition.